Here with Leo Santa Cruz, Marcos Villegas, here in La Puente, right? La Puente?
Yeah, La Puente, City Ministry.
City Ministry, your gym. Hey Leo, I haven't had a chance to talk to you since this fight was announced. Kiko Martinez, he was a former world champ. He fought Scott Quigg, he fought Carl Frampton. A lot smaller than you. When you were given this opponent, what were your initial thoughts of Kiko as a fighter?
Well, the truth, I think he's a great fighter. He comes forward. He always gives a tough fight because he comes forward. A fighter that comes forward pressuring is always tough because you always have him on top of you. So, but I was okay with it. I know when they told me, I thought it was gonna be maybe a Lee Selby, Quigg, any of them. I was hoping for them because I want a big fight. But they gave me that. I couldn't do nothing because I'm already ready. They told me like a month and a few weeks. So I said, if I pick another opponent, then maybe the other opponent won't be ready. So I'll just leave it like that. I'll take that fight, and then the next fight I'm gonna call one of the big names like Quigg, Selby, Lomachenko, Russell, or I want to call out the winner of Scott Quigg and Carl Frampton.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that when you get an opponent like Kiko, if motivation-wise, it's kind of a little bit harder to push yourself, because I know for the Mars fight, it wasn't only Abner, but it was there's a big event, it's going to be on a big platform. Does that ever kind of affect you in a way?
Yeah, that's really a little bit, because I'm the main event. Maybe people were expecting a bigger opponent, but you never know. I never understand no opponent. Maybe he could come and surprise. I never say I'm gonna go win. I never say I'm confident. I'm gonna say, this is an easy fight for me. No, I know it could be a hard fight. You never know. Anything will happen in that fight. And every fighter is dangerous up there. And like he said, this is his last fight, so he's gonna bring everything to the table. So you never know. But I'm always gonna go 100% ready, like I always do for every fight. Like if I'm gonna fight for a world title, because you never know.
What happened with the Selby fight? Because I remember you told me I think this fight's gonna happen. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently didn't come to good negotiations or stuff like that. The truth, I don't know if there were talks about it, but that's what I was hoping for. But if everything would go this fight, maybe he could be next, or maybe Carl Frampton, Scott Quigg, whoever. I think we're just hoping to land a big fight now.
Speaking of the last performance you had against Mars, I think it shut a lot of people up, because up to that point a lot of people were like, Leo won't fight a guy that's good, he this and that, and it kind of quelled people. How good did it feel to shut people up?
It felt great. Yeah, it felt good. Before I was sounding a little depressed, hearing all those people saying stuff about me, that cherry picker, that when I was gonna fight a big name and stuff like that. So that bring me down, and I felt depressed sometimes. But after this fight, I feel better with myself too. I feel more relief and more confidence, because I had no more cherries, no more people saying bad stuff. All they were saying is good stuff. That I do a great fight. That it was fight of the year. That I shut them up. That's what they said. You shut your mouth. You showed us that you deserve to be up there, and I was really happy to hear those things.
So you go and you headline at the Staples Center, and now you're headlining another card, but now it's more on you to bring people out. Talk to me about that dynamic. Is that something that is in your mind during the camp, or it's not really in your mind? Just you show up, you fight, and whoever shows up, shows up.
The truth, it is a little bit in my mind. I wish that a lot of people go. Since it's not a big name, maybe not a lot of people are gonna show up, and that's a little fear I have in myself, that maybe not a lot of people show up. But I'm doing my job. I'm gonna train really hard. I'm gonna go and give a great fight. No matter how many people show up, I'm still gonna fight the same. I'm gonna try to give a great fight for the people that do show up.
Looking at Kiko, is there anything that he brings that you haven't seen in a fight before?
That's true, no. The only thing I've seen is he comes always to pressure, throws a lot of punches, he's always on top of you. He's a little bit, sometimes he leaves himself a little bit open, but he's strong. He's strong, he comes forward, and we're gonna see how we're gonna take advantage of that.
Do you feel he's stronger than you? Do you feel that might be a thing, like his strength?
Maybe the only thing, his strength. He has 24 knockouts. He defeated Momo Romero from Colombia. He was undefeated. He took his undefeated record away. So But I think that rather than that, the only thing that he has is maybe his power. He's stronger, but we're gonna try to go stronger than him. Yeah.
You're a lot taller than him. He's a short guy.
Yeah.
You know, when people see that, they might think like, oh, this is a mismatch. Like, look how much bigger Leo is.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, you know, there's been, you know, Mike Tyson. He was short, strong. He used to fight with big guys, and he destroyed them. He knocked them out. So, but you know,
Kiko's not Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I know Kiko's not Mike Tyson, but you never know. But I don't let that distract me or anything. I'm still gonna go well concentrated mentally, physically, and I'm gonna try to do my best. Try to get him out of there. The sooner, the better. It's the better. Yeah.
How do you feel you've gotten better since that Morris fight? It could be anything from confidence or belief in yourself or something that you felt that you started finally using in that fight.
No, that's really confidence. I feel that I do that I could do things that I didn't do before. That, you know, like before here in the sparring and everything, I could do it. But once I got there in the ring, I always wanted to go forward, brawl, and because that's what the fans want. They want the fighter to go forward, putting a lot of pressure and throwing punches. But you know, I learned that you gotta be smart. That you're not gonna go out there and do it like go forward. You gotta, if you have to, you gotta move too and stuff like that. And that's what I did with Mares. I boxed him, I moved, and I was smart. I did what I have to do to win the fight. Yeah.
You have an interesting dynamic with your dad.
Yeah.
And your dad, when people see him, they're like, oh man, like, your dad's a funny guy, and he doesn't have a filter. Has he always been like that since growing up?
Yeah, that's true. He's always been like that. Yeah,
he's like a no-nonsense guy. He'll like tell you what he thinks, and he doesn't care.
Yeah, he in the gym here, that's how he is. He tells us if he's doing something bad in the sparring or anything, he tells us how it is, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some other trainer, maybe because they'll be embarrassed or scared not to scream at you, they won't tell you how it is. And my dad, no, he tells us how it is. He tells us straight out. Sometimes he even get us mad, but no, he has to be straight up. He has to tell us how it is, because if you want to learn, they gotta tell you the truth.
That dynamic, the father-son dynamic in boxing, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Why do you feel with you guys it's worked up to this point?
I think it has worked right now with my dad, because you know we don't get angry. We like when we get angry, we don't stay with the grudge. We don't keep it like for a long time. We like maybe we could be mad for one day and then the next day like if nothing happened. I think that's the one of the biggest reasons that we're together, because we'll get mad and stuff like that. But you know, I always wanted my dad with me. Since I was small, he's always been there for me, and he wasn't my trainer, but he was right there telling me what punch to throw and stuff like that, and I always felt comfortable with him. And then when we were about to turn pro, I had some other trainers and everything, and I didn't feel the same thing. So I told my dad, "Oh, I want you to train me. If you don't train me."
Your dad had never trained before?
No, he had never trained. So I said, "Oh, you know you're smart," because he was always watching boxing, so he knew what punches to throw. He was really smart with that. But the only thing that he never did was minutes and stuff like that. But I said we could learn together. And I said, if you don't train me, I won't fight no more. So he decided to train me, and he learned how to mitts, stuff like that, and we learned together, and I think we just had that connection.
Were you serious about not, like you were serious when you said that, like, oh, I'm not gonna box him if you don't train me?
Maybe not.
No, maybe not. You just said that?
I just said it for him so he could train me, and so he could put effort into it, but you know, but you never know. But maybe I was still gonna continue. I always said him so that he could put that in his head too and put effort into it.
Yeah. So your weight class 126 now at featherweight. There's a lot of people. You got that big fight in England with Quigg and Frampton. Quickly, give me your thoughts on who do you think is gonna win that fight?
The truth, I see that fight like playing off like 50-50.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I think the fighter that connects the good punch first, and it's gonna drop the other guy, because both of them hit. And Frampton, he has gone down a couple of times already, so I think whoever lands the good punch, powerful punch, and gets the other guy first, I think he's gonna win it.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, I think I'll go a little towards Frampton.
Yeah. What's a harder fight for you, Frampton or Quigg?
Maybe Frampton, because he's shorter. I don't really like fighting with shorter people. I like my height or taller, because it's easier to land them punches, because in the short you have to throw punches down to land them, and then they always move a lot and stuff like that. But you know,
you got always Kiko, man.
Yeah, no, Kiko. Yeah, but so, you know, I've been practicing here. I've been sparring with short guys, and we've been doing good. We've been boxing them, and throw him go to the body, not to the head. We have to go to the body and it lands in the head. So that we've been doing that, and we're learning a lot.
So you think Frampton's gonna win? If Frampton wins this fight, and if you win your fight, there's still other people. There's still Selby. There's still Frampton. There's still Lomachenko, which is kind of far out, but it might be possible. I guess, you know, who's like the guy that you feel you need to fight? Because, you know, the Rigondeaux fight's not going to happen. It's just, you know, not going to happen. But out of those guys, like, who's the guy that you feel that when people look back at your career 10 years from now, they're going to say, like, it was that guy that he needed to fight and he fought him?
True, I think Lomachenko.
Lomachenko?
I know I'm gonna push for that fight. I'm gonna, hopefully the promoter, they could, but him, I'm gonna keep pushing for that fight because I think that's a fight that's gonna put me up there. Like, say that.
That's a dangerous fight, man.
Yeah, I know it's a dangerous fight, but
he makes people look really bad.
I know. He's moving everything, but those are the fights I gotta win.
Yeah.
If I win that fight, everything goes good and shows that. So if I could, that was the fight I would pick.
Yeah. How are you size-wise and power-wise at this weight now?
Right now, good.
Yeah? Do you feel like you're a full featherweight now?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
We've been doing my strength conditioning, we've been doing weights, stuff like that, and I've been feeling strong, good. We sparred and we feel good, everything.
Looking at your dad says that there's people right now at 130 that feels you could beat. And he said that, you know, he doesn't want to push you. He wants you to grow into the bigger weights. How high do you see yourself going?
The truth, our plan was to go to 140.
140?
Yeah, 140. I think doing the right exercise.
But this is like a years process.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, little by little, everything.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of years ahead of me, hopefully God. And we're now do maybe 1 year and 126. I see how my body's growing and if it's getting bigger. We maybe in a year we move up to 130 and look for another title there because that's our main goal. Win titles in different weight classes, 130, 135, and the most 140.
So you're already a title at what?
118,
118, 122, 126.
Yeah, so
130, 135, and 140. That's six.
Yeah,
not a lot of people have done it. I think only Oscar, Sugar Ray, and Manny have done it. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, that's what we want to do. We want to do history. We're gonna get up there to the big names.
Yeah.
We're gonna make history, and that's our plan. Hopefully, God, we get it. Yep.
The night of the fight, how do you see yourself being Kiko?
Distance, you know, not letting him get close to me. Boxing him, catching with big shots, and hopefully knock him out. That's gonna be our plan.